Well, good morning, everyone. I'm Susan Zollinger. I am a practitioner in training, and I'm here to do today's metaphysical lesson. And our subject is I am so blessed. And I was going to have a nice little CD recording of several songs about blessing, but we're having technical difficulties, so I thank goodness I printed out the words. But I'll tell you a little story how my day started today. I'm doing a little bit of pet sitting, and I had a couple of cats to go care for this morning before I got here. And this morning, everything has been going great, 2 inside cats. This morning, I opened the door, and one inside cat became an outside cat. And oh my goodness. So what is my blessing? I'm chasing this cat around a patio table, round and round. It goes up to the gates that would lead down the driveway, to the front yard and out to the street. And I'm thinking, oh, this big fluffy cat won't get through. No, went right through that gate. And in the meantime, I'm like, okay, I need some help. I'm going to have to call Michelle. Oh my God, all this stuff is going to go on. And so my ego mind is putting all these wonderful fear thoughts in there, like, how do I tell these people I lost their cat? But the cat went through the gate, turned right back around and came back. So I'm like, okay, there's a reprieve right there. There's part of the blessing. And then ding, ding, ding. You want to get their attention, go get the treats. So I got the little bag of treats, and shook it, and sure enough, here comes the little guy, checking out the treats. And he did a few more spins around that patio table, a couple more times, just to make me a little more anxious about this whole maneuver. And then I opened the door, and he went right inside. He knew where his breakfast was going to be served, and it wasn't outside. So, as I take a deep breath now, having told that story, what are my blessings? I am so blessed. I am so blessed that as I'm sending out the waves of desire to get this cat back into the house, I'm also sending out waves of, dear God, I need some help here. Come on, this is a cat. We know what herding cats is all about, and it doesn't happen easily. So I need a little help. And sure enough, I got that help. That cat, because you know how cats are, if you want to grab a hold of them, they're not going to let you. If I try to entice it with my fingers, he'd do the little cat thing like, ooh, this looks interesting. No, I'm not. I am not at all going to go there. So I didn't have to pick him up and worry about, cat blender kind of claws. And it just all worked out. And deep down, that belief in the part of me that says good things are going to happen, everything works out, that is exactly what happened this morning. Everything worked out, got the cat back in, fed. I am so blessed. These blessings show up all over. As I look back in my life, what seems like a dire situation, like a cat escape, you can get around that. You can talk to God. You can have that belief in the core part of who you are, that everything is going to be all right. And it is. It is if you trust the process, if you trust that God always has your back. That's the blessing of faith. That is the blessing of belief. Because sure enough, it's going to turn out all right. Now, I had some music, like I said, and one of them was a really fun song, but I'll just go through a couple of these, the verses and the chorus to these songs. And one of them I actually heard first because Nora so generously sent out a beautiful little Earl to catch this particular song called The Blessing. But it was done by, online with choruses of voices, but this was the original artist. And The words go, "The Lord bless you and keep you. May his face shine upon you and be gracious to you. The Lord turns his face towards you and gives you peace." And it goes on, and it talks about, as we receive, we agree. We are agreeing to receiving these blessings. May his favor be upon you and 1,000 generations, your family and your children, and their children and their children. And he is for you, he is for you, he is for you. So, we know that God is always for us, always working for us and with us by working through us, because we are an expression of God. So when these blessings come, they're coming through us, through those desires of, I need help now, or the attitude of gratitude that puts us right in that sweet spot, the sweet spot of receiving blessings, the sweet spot of knowing that we are deserving. We are opening our minds, our hearts, our hands to receive, and we expect these blessings. And when we expect them, they are sure enough going to be right there. There was another song. This one was fun. They actually had a dance to go to it. The song is called "Blessings on Blessings" by Anthony Brown. And the dance is called the B.O.B. Bounce. Blessings on Blessings Bounce. And I wish you could hear this, because it's a great little hip-hop, get you moving, bounce around this way, a little this way, a little swing. It's all good. And so his words in his song, he's talking about, every time I turn around, blessings, 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 blessings. The favor of the Lord rests upon me. In my hands I have more than enough. Know that goodness and mercy is following me, and my God will supply every one of my needs. So the favor of the Lord rests upon me. Now, I would suggest this is the one you ought to go listen to on YouTube, because it's fun. Learn the steps. I'm still working it out myself. And then the last song that I picked, again, I went the old Google route. Google me songs on blessings. And the one song that I expected to come up was Count Your Blessings. But I didn't ask for Count Your Blessings. The Irving Berlin song, when I'm worried and cannot sleep, I count my blessings instead of sheep. And I fall asleep counting my blessings. Totally out of tune, sorry. But anyway, that didn't show up. But here's another song about blessings. And this is by Laura Story. And she says, we pray for blessings. We pray for peace, comfort for family, protection while we sleep. We pray for healing, for prosperity. We pray for your mighty hand to ease our suffering. All the while, you hear each spoken word, yet love is way too much to give us lesser things. 'Cause what if your blessings come through raindrops? What if your healing comes through tears? What if 1,000 sleepless nights are what it takes to know you're near? What if the trials of this life are your mercies in disguise? So, yes, what if? What if our current conditions are the way we're going to receive our blessings? Our attitude makes a huge difference on how we receive what comes in. And everything is neutral. I think we've heard this before. All situations, all conditions are neutral until we put a value on it. Is this right? Is this wrong? Is this good? Is this bad? But if we can hold that back, hold back that judgment, then yes, what if our lessons, what if our blessings come from raindrops? What if the trials in our life are meant to grow us stronger, expand who we are, and bring us the blessings that we have been waiting for. And I'll just end my lesson there, because it's all good, because it's all God.